Here's who stood out on the final day of 49ers training camp. Keep in mind, this was Skyy Moore's first day on the team. The Niners traded for him yesterday, and he passed his physical this morning. It'll be interesting to see if he's more successful on the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy than he was on the Chiefs with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, who are known bums. More in a minute. The good. Linebacker Fred Warner. He got in a shouting match with center Jake Brendel after a play and spent the final 10 minutes of practice on the sideline. Whatever Warner said to Brendel deserved it. Running back Christian McCaffrey. He touched the ball a team high 9 times and didn't get injured, which is impressive considering the sheer multitude of players who have gone down recently in practice for one reason or another. Give McCaffrey credit. He's coming off a miserable, injury-filled season. He's 29, and he practiced almost every day this offseason and didn't get injured once. Couldn't do that last year. He may not be the offensive player of the year this season, but he should be good. Nickelback Chase Lucas. He broke up a pass from Brock Purdy in the end zone that was intended for Ricky Pearsall. If Chase Lucas doesn't make this team, let me be real clear. If Chase Lucas doesn't make this team, I'm going to snap. He has absolutely earned a spot, and he's my favorite player. He's my 4th favorite player. I have a lot of favorite players. Running back Frank Gore, he looks fresh. Now, he wasn't running, but he was standing on the field, and he was talking to people. He was watching. He looked great. He might be the 2nd best running back on the field right now after Christian McCaffrey. Be interesting to see if the Niners bring him back in the fold. They've been bringing back so many, older players that they know, like Nate Sudfeld for one. Why not Frank Gore? He's only 42 years old, and he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. It's a thought. Quarterback Brock Purdy, he was terrific. He was almost perfect. His few incomplete passes were to Ricky Pearsall and Tariq Owens. More on them in a minute. Otherwise, he was pretty perfect. He's just a joy to watch, and he's a saint and a pleasure. What else can you say about Brock Purdy other than how good he is at football? What else do I want to say? He was really good. He's a different person when Christian McCaffrey's out there. When McCaffrey's on the field, Purdy checks the ball down. When McCaffrey's not out there, he's trying to lead the league in air yards per attempt or something. So good Brock was on the field today. Wide receiver Robbie Chosen, he's just vaulting up the depth chart. He might be the best wide receiver on the team right now. I mean, Ricky Pearsall had kind of a rough day. Demarcus Robinson did a whole lot of nothing. Meanwhile, Robbie Chosen keeps doing what Robbie Chosen does, and that's dominate. Why do you think they call him Robbie Chosen? Do you think he just legally changed his name? No. He was given that name by the football gods because he's the chosen one. Long snapper John Weeks, he had some of the most immaculate, beautiful long snaps I've ever seen. I mean, the spin rate, the spiral was tight. Really like John Weeks. The not so good wide receiver Skyy Moore. He was there. That was good. He was late. Probably not his fault. Took him a while to pass his physical. Then he got there halfway through practice and did some stretching. I thought his stretching was elite. You could tell that he's been in a championship organization from the way that he stretched. Then he ran around a little bit and actually had a couple of reps in 11-on-11s, ran some routes, didn't get open or get targeted, but he was out there doing his thing, and I respect that. You could see the burst that got him drafted for sure. And you can also see the lack of skills that got him jettisoned from Kansas City, a team that is truly desperate for any wide receiver who can run and catch. This is a guy who can run, but not catch so much. But it's early. Kicker Jake Moody missed 2 field goals. Made 3. People want to talk about the 3 he made, but he did miss 2. The first one was from like 43, and he hooked it wide left. It's what it looks like when I hit a 6-iron. Big hook. And then give him credit. Next kick from 50+, made the correction, missed to the right this time. Doinked it off the right upright. So clearly, if there had been another field goal attempt, he would have knocked that one right down the middle. I think it's unfair to knock Jake Moody just because he missed 40% of his field goal attempts today. I mean, He's human. I couldn't do any better. Quarterback Nate Sudfeld. He was so bad yesterday in his first practice with the 49ers in 3 years that they cut him immediately and brought back Tanner Mordecai, who they've cut countless times. They could have just signed Tanner 2 days ago and saved Nate Sudfeld a lot of time. But no, they thought there was something there with Nate. They brought him in, and after like a minute, they were like, no, we were very wrong. Call up Tanner. Do you think Tanner just stays at a Motel 6 in Santa Clara and expects to get a call once a week from the Niners? I wonder how that works. Running back Isaac Guerrero, he fumbled not once, not twice. No. He fumbled 3 times, and the third fumble came to one play after the second fumble. That's really not great, considering it was in a practice where there wasn't tackling. Guerrero is very fast for his size too, but when it comes to like the toughness parts of football, like staying healthy and not fumbling, it's not necessarily his strong suit, but maybe he could improve there. He's got a long ways to go. Left tackle Trent Williams, he kept going to the ground and getting up slowly and moving around gingerly. There was a gingerness. There was a definite ginger quality in the way he was walking. Again, give him credit for practicing so much. I doubt he intended to this offseason. I doubt the Niners intended him to this offseason, but everyone else got hurt, so he had to be out there, and at least he didn't get hurt. Everyone else did, but the guy who really couldn't get hurt didn't get hurt, and at least that's good. Wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. He really had his way with Saran Neal, who is not a cornerback, but anytime he went against any other cornerback, he kind of struggled. Chase Lucas had his number. Also had a target in the end zone where he was open and caught the ball but didn't get 2 feet in bounds. That wasn't great. And then there was the other one where Chase Lucas knocked the ball away from him in the end zone. And so finally in the last play of practice, he's open. He's right in front of me. He's open, like trying to get the ball, and Brock just doesn't throw it to him and literally throws the ball away rather than throwing to a wide open Ricky Pearsall. Ricky throws up his hands and rolls his eyes and has a little exasperated, Hufflepuff. He does a little bit of Hufflepuff. And I thought that was kind of lame because it's like, who are you to do that to Brock? I mean, Brock gave you opportunities. You blew them. Catch the other ones. Brandon Ayuk used to do stuff like that when Jimmy Garoppolo was the quarterback. But Brandon Ayuk could. I mean, it's not a good look, but Brandon Ayuk could because he's good, and Jimmy wasn't. But as far as I'm concerned, Brock is a lot better than Ricky, and maybe Ricky should have some respect for Brock Purdy. Finally, wide receiver Tariq Owens. He almost made the play of the day. It was almost really good. He ran a post. It was open, about 15 yards down the field, maybe 20. Brock Purdy, no hesitation, ripped the ball to Tariq Owens as he came out of his break. Tariq soars in the air, almost looks like his dad, and then drops the ball. He almost caught it. He almost made the best catch of the day, but he didn't. And I feel like that's a good summarization of Tariq Owens as a player. He's almost good.